It's an excellent question, and one I'm pleased to answer. To answer that question properly, you have to look at the history of DITH and the history of HBIS and our relationship together, and how we evolved from being trade partners to partners in equity, with a common vision and common goals. Historically, DITH has been a global player in the steel and distribution arenas. As the evolution of the business evolved from CIS to Asia, so our goals and objectives focused on the Asian market, and in particular China sourcing. From starting trading business together in 2007, up until 2012, where our business really evolved with HBIS, we went from being trading partners to sharing technology, to sharing a vision, and then ultimately sharing equity, with HBIS's first investment in DITH for 10% of our stock. After a number more years of working together, 3 more years of working together, it became clear to us that we needed a more formal cooperation and structure, and at which point Hebei went to a majority ownership in DITH, which I think has been excellent for both companies. So the reason why this evolved from a trade relationship to an equity relationship was as our businesses became more integrated, not only with trade, but also with technology transfer, management skills transfer, and an evolution of the business as China began to go outwards in the world. And DITH was the perfect platform for Hebei to express that vision. And now when we look at our relationship in 2018, where we are in uncertain times and an unpredictable geopolitical environment, it turns out that the initial goal of aligning ourselves together has been a perfect fulcrum for the Belt Road Initiative, as we are already present in the majority of the Belt Road countries. So perhaps a little bit by accident rather than design, DITH and HBIS now find themselves with a perfect platform to develop the Belt Road Initiative. Most international joint ventures usually fail because of lack of planning for integration. And this was something that was at the top of our minds, and something that Chairman Yu was particularly sensitive about when we entered into our cooperation. So the first point of concern and focus for us was to ensure that we were ready to integrate our cultures. And we looked at 3 things. The first thing you do is establish the respective roles and to clearly delineate the role of the DITH group and the role of the HBIS group. This has been successfully evidenced in our cooperation, but also even with Geely's acquisition of Volvo, which is a great success, where the management of Volvo were given a very clear mandate. So recognition of roles. Secondly, the respect of different cultures and values. Until you respect each other's culture and understand that they are different, you cannot move forward together successfully. And I think there was a clear recognition from the beginning about different roles and different cultures. It must be said that DITH has over 70 nationalities working for us in over 120 countries around the world where we are active. So DITH was much more of a melting pot of cultures to begin with, and HBIS clearly very China-focused. Thirdly, was to put in place a program to ensure of cross-fertilization of people. And we've had, I think we're in our 7th year now of successful internship and sharing of personnel. And I think this is an important part of bridging any cultural gap which may exist. So we have been very successful, I believe, because we've been very clear in the objectives we want to achieve, which is harmonious cooperation and not one culture dominating the other. And this has worked extremely well for us, and I'm very pleased with that. It's one of the biggest success stories of our cooperation together. Firstly, HBIS is a very large company. I think there are more people in HBIS than live in the town where we live in Switzerland. So it is difficult to make a comment which covers such a broad cross-section of people. However, our experience of working with HBIS and our colleagues has been overwhelmingly positive. There is a saying in England that the fish smells from the head. If there's a problem at the top, there's a problem at the bottom. And HBS works so well and culturally is so open to DITH and in terms of cooperation, because Chairman Yu's vision about integrating and going global has been very well communicated within the HBIS employee group. So our experience is very positive, and I find the HBS employees and colleagues very open to change, very open to different ideas, and we learn from each other, which is an important part of any relationship. So my overarching and overwhelming impression is we are a huge organization, and yet we cooperate like a family. Incredibly exciting. BRESCO, the Belt Road Initiative in of itself, is probably the single most important global initiative since the Second World War. China has a unique opportunity to forge a different relationship with the world through the Belt Road Initiative. And again, for us, the Belt Road has been always part of our core business before it was called Belt Road. And we are active and historically have been active in 52 out of the 65 Belt Road countries. So for us, these are our home markets already. So again, we're well positioned to take advantage of Belt Road. Additionally, these countries are extremely difficult to operate in. I think some 70% of these countries have junk bond status, so they are not in a strong financial position. Now, we are used to working in complex and difficult environments and managing risk. And so I think our biggest opportunity is to use DITH as a platform to help Chinese companies, and not only Hebei, but other Chinese companies, go out and deliver on President Xi's Belt Road Initiative successfully. So DITH as a platform is in the perfect position now to take advantage of Belt Road. And if we look at the enormous wealth generated through the commodity super cycle, which was the last 12 years of Chinese economic growth, and we look at the enormous demand that will be generated through Belt Road and the Belt Road initiatives, we feel that as a Chinese-owned trading company, that we should be capturing and monetizing the commodity trade flow, which will naturally come with Belt Road, and for the good of China, as well as for Hebei's partners in DITH. So I think there's a unique opportunity for us here, unique. We've established BRESCO, which is an initiative to capitalize on DITH's position. And we are pleased to launch in November in Beijing, chaired by former Prime Minister Raffarin of France and Minister Long Yong-tu, who, as you well know, negotiated China's access to the WTO. So we have very high-level support. Chairman Yu is behind our project, and I think this is probably the most exciting initiative that I have seen in my 25 years of trading, and it puts us in a great position to look at the next 10 years. So for me, Belt Road is an enormous opportunity with enormous challenges, but we are already 80% of the way there because we are operating in these countries. So we look at this as being the rebirth and the growth of the next chapter of DITH's existence. And I'm very optimistic and very confident that this is a defining moment in the future of our company. So Belt Road for us is not everything, but it is a huge part of our planning for the next 5 to 10 years. With pleasure. In our culture, 10 is often associated with harmony or perfection. And I think it's just a perfect thing that I am part of the Hebei group to wish you a very happy birthday and congratulations on reaching 10 years. I look forward to number 20.